Hi guys, on this episode of Hit the Mahogany we are going to take a little trip over to Ireland and celebrate St Patrick's Day, but using cocktails as opposed to just going straight for the Guinness, the Murphys and straight into the whiskey. We're going to do 8 cocktails. We're going to do Irish Negroni, I'm going to have to read this, Irish Negroni, Tipperary cocktail, we're going to do a Blackthorne cocktail, Guinness Martini, a Blackbeard, which comes in different varieties. We'll do an Irish flag, we'll do a quick shot, just slip that in there as well. Grasshopper, many of you probably know that already, we'll give that one a shot. And then we'll wrap up with something just a little bit different, Irish coffee, at the end to wrap up the evening, okay? So that's what we're going to go through. In the description below, I'll put in the timestamps for each of the cocktails so you can jump straight to that one if you've got a specific interest in that one. While you're down there, actually, could you also subscribe to the channel? That would be fantastic, alright? So cheers to you doing that for it, appreciate it. This here is an Irish Negroni. I'm actually going to drink this one while I work. Who says I can't do that? So, I've already done a Negroni video before, you can look at that one. This is clearly just a riff in the Negroni, where we're changing the base spirit from being gin to an Irish whiskey. Campari, Sweet Vermouth, and I use the Glendalough double barrel whiskey there. I've had quite a bit of a take into that one actually, I really like it. And you know what? In this Negroni, this is a great aperitif for the evening, definitely. Oh, I don't know why, I just love this drink. It's sweet, it's bitter, still get the whiskey coming through nicely there, and it's just fantastic, it really is. We'll keep that one to the side, and we'll keep sipping on that one. Alright, let's start next with the, let's go into the Tipperary. We'll take a little trip over there, okay? This one, we're actually going to use, for the Tipperary, no Campari in this, Green Chartreuse. That's going to go into this. So we've got Green Chartreuse, Sweet Vermouth, and Irish whiskey as well. I'm going to try this one with we'll give this one a shot with Bushmills. We'll give it a black bush on this one, okay? Alright, let's get started with this. So we are going to be... So this is what happens when you have a few extra whiskies lying around the place. If you don't keep them right, and you don't drink them fast enough, then your cork dries up. So this is a good example. I haven't touched this black bush for quite a while, and what's happened is the cork's actually dried out and it's just come apart in there in the stopper. When you open a drink, and I used to do this with the Scottish whiskies, you know, I'd drink my single malt, then I'd keep it and just keep it. It's going to oxidize after a while, you know, so nowadays it's more like, you know what, if I like it, I'm just going to drink it anyway. This is a good example. If you don't drink your drinks quick enough, or you don't keep them properly, then your corks are going to dry out, okay? So, let's get another one instead. These things happen. We'll go with the Irishman that I've got here actually. So we've got this one opened, and lo and behold, look at that, the cork comes out nicely. There we go, there's a friggin' lesson for us anyway. Alright. So we are doing, oh yeah, that's right, so it's 2 ounces of your Irish whiskey, without the bits of cork in it. There we go. We are 3/4 Sweet Vermouth. There we go. So that's an ounce measure on the top of that one, but you can just eyeball it. And then it's a 1/2 ounce of Green Chartreuse. So a little bit reminiscent, a little bit more herby, a little bit reminiscent of Campari, bit of bitterness in there. You got Green Chartreuse and Yellow Chartreuse. The green is a little bit stronger than the yellow, but throw that in there. It's actually a really nice flavour. If you like that, if you like these flavours, then it is really, really good. Alright, okay. A bit of ice in here. Alright, give this a little bit of a stir. get that chilled down. A little bit of dilution going in there as well, that's what you want. You want to cut through all those spirits with a little bit of that dilution, okay? There we go. Strain into a chilled glass. I'm going to use the coupe here for this. Use any glass that you want, just happen to be using this. It would be great if I could get the strainer on it as well, okay? There we go. I'm going to be honest, some of these drinks I've tasted before, some of them I haven't. And I'll let you guys know that I haven't actually tasted this one before. Alright, lemon twist. You know you've been having a few too many cocktails when all your fruit in the fridge or out in the countertop looks a bit like this. This is a channeling knife. I like this one where you actually pull it. It seems to do a good cut. This is V-shaped and it does a really good job in getting a piece of the peel out of this. Of course, just any kind of knife. Get your piece, give it a little bit of a wrap. There we go. Like to rub it around the rim a little bit there. There we go. There we go. That is Tipperary. Alright, let's give this a wee taste here. I've never had one of these ones, okay? Oh! Oh, I like that, definitely. You know what, there's very little that I don't like, to be honest, but that is... The whiskey comes through nicely in that. Just a little bit of sweetness from the vermouth, but it pairs really, really nicely with that whiskey. And then in the chartreuse is just... you got that herb, the slight bitterness, not as bitter as Campari, but it's coming through very, very faintly. How would I describe that? Earthy. Let's call that one earthy. Then we can say it's the rolling hills of Ireland or something like that. That is really, really nice. That is good. Strong. You could probably put in a little bit, you could probably let that sit a little bit longer to dilute, but that is really, really nice. Okay, that's 2 down. So I've done the Irish Negroni, that's the Tipperary. What shall we do next? Okay, Blackthorne Cocktail, that's what we're going to do next. So for this one we're going to keep using Sweet Vermouth. We'll get rid of this whiskey, the Chartreuse. We're going to use another Irish whiskey on this one. We'll use the Redbreast. Need some dry vermouth. Absinthe? Yeah, a little bit of absinthe and bitters in this one. Okay, mixing up in a mixing glass here. So let's start with the whiskey. So we are going to be... Well, look at that, the cork came out of this one okay. Yes, I have been into this one more frequently and getting through it quite a bit as well. Alright, so we are going to use 2 ounces of whiskey. There we go. About 2 ounces of the Redbreast, like that one as well. We're going to use ½ ounce of sweet vermouth and ½ ounce of dry vermouth as well. Okay. So there's the sweet. Dry. In here as well. ½ ounce of the dry. 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. 1, 2. And then just a dash of absinthe. And no, it's not going to make you crazy or nuts even if you drink a bottle, well maybe if you drink a full bottle of it, but yeah, you don't get any psychedelic effect from absinthe. Well, certainly not these days, not that I've found out. So we just want a dash of this. Really, that is it. Too much in that, you're going to get too strong that kind of licorice flavour from it. Again, ice to chill this down. And dilute. There we go. Got that. For this one we will use a rocks glass. This one, I'm going to be going through a few of these. Cheers, this one's still lasting. Oh god. I swear that just gets better, it really does. Now you'll see here for this one and for the Negroni there, we're using the King cubes. what that really does is it keeps your drink cold for longer, but controls the dilution. So it's get your hands on that, because if you don't, then basically it just dilutes too quickly and you end up with water, you know, like whiskey flavoured water more than anything else, you know. Alright, got that chilled down. Look at this strained into the glass. There we go. There we go. This one again, another lemon twist. Let's see if I can find a piece of the lemon that's got a rind on it still. God, this is a great channel knife. This one, it really is. Gets through it. Actually, I'm trying to remember what it is. I'll see if I can refresh my memory on which one I actually got there, and I'll put it in the description below. If you're looking for a channel knife, this one seems to do the trick very well. For this one, actually, I'm going to use a king cube in this as well. Should have put that in there first of all. I hate doing this because it looks as though it's going to splash everywhere, but in we go. Twist of lemon, in the top, in we go. Awesome. A lot of people ask about the garnish. Why do you put the garnish? It doesn't really do much. You know, I've tried a lot of the drinks without the garnish on them, and there's just something that misses, because you're getting a lot of the scent, your nose. Half the tasting is through your nose. So these, predominantly the citrus ones that you're actually using as part of the garnish, you know what? They just add an extra dimension to the drink itself. All right. Doesn't it? Jeez. Okay. We are going to give this one a wee taste. Strong whiskey, bit of the sweetness, dry at the end, and then the absinthe just comes in at the very end. That's that kind of very faint licorice flavour. Thankfully there's not too much in it. I must admit, I'm not a big fan of licorice, but drinks like pastis and drinks like that, and a little touch of absinthe in several cocktails that I've had, it just, I don't know what it does. It gives it extra depth, it really does. Because it's not, if you put in too much, it'll overpower everything else. Just put in enough just to give it that extra dimension. Yep, I could drink that for quite a while. Anyway. Cheers. That was the Blackthorn, okay? Alright, what's next? So we've had like the aperitif, we've had a couple of the appetizers to start with. I'm just looking at the list here. Where do we go next? Let's do a Blackbeard to start with. Yeah, shall we do that? So you're going to see, if you look up Blackbeard out there on the internet for a recipe, there's so many different variations of this. And this is just one that I happened to come across, which was... it's basically just, it's spiced rum, Guinness and Coke. That is it. And with it being the spiced rum, it's got this flavour which I'll tell you about in a second. I'm going to get cleared up and then we'll move on to that one, okay? Alright, for the Blackbeard, I said that I was going to use Guinness in this one. I actually quite like this one with Murphy's. The reason being is that you got a couple of sweet things in there. Now do try it if you like the Guinness. Do it with the Guinness, definitely. Okay. If you got Murphy's, you can do the Murphy's. I just find for this one that the Guinness just makes it a little bit too bitter, but you can find that fine balance between the Coke and the stout that you're actually putting in there. Okay. We're just going to build this in a tall glass here just now. Just going to put ice in it. There's nothing special about this one, to be honest. We're just going to build it in the glass here, give it a quick stir, and then hey presto, you're all set. Now, if you can find, you know, you're probably going to be doing this one at home, but if you can find a barman that gives you a partial pour of Guinness or Murphy's, good luck to you, but maybe they will, who knows. But if you're at home, you do it yourself anyway, okay? Spiced rum, anything that you want at all. I'm just using Captain Morgan's here. So we've got 2 ounces, that's really it. Spiced rum, there we go. Coke, boop. There we go. Just about 4 ounces of that, a little bit. Sweeter, and then Murphy's. Clearly, this is just draft. I'm just going to pull this straight from the tap. Shall we wait and let it settle? Yeah, I think that's enough. Top up with Murphy's, okay? You're looking for about the same amount here. Alright, I'm going to try it at that level. Now, of course, I am going to give it a quick stir. Just gently. God, love the way that looks, actually. It's going to settle out a little bit there as well. Alright, I like that. That's great. Alright. Let's give this one a shot, okay? This is a Blackbeard. I think I did see a reference that it was meant to have been invented in Stirling. That's Scotland, by the way, in the 90s or 80s or 70s, who knows, wherever, but it's got a nice little head on it there as well. Oh, so what I like about this, and this is this flavour that I was talking about. Back home, if you've probably had American cream soda. Over here, just soda, or cream soda, I should say. That's what this tastes like, because you've got a little bit of the vanilla flavours on, usually in the spiced rum, and then the Coke, and then with, I don't know what it is, whether it's the Murphy's or the Guinness, they just make this great balance of flavours in it, and it just tastes like American cream soda. You know what? It's Coke, Murphy's or Guinness, and a decent shot of spiced rum. Be careful, you could drink this all night. That's actually a really good one. You know, it's pretty simple, but it's great. It's amazing. Sometimes the simpler ones are the better ones. Alright, that's that one. How's this doing? Oh, my king cube's melting. It's not going to be very photogenic at the end of this. Now, as you'll find, I did drink those in specific order. I'm getting to the slightly sweeter ones. If you go to a sweet drink and then come back to something like a Negroni, it doesn't work at all. That's it. Alright, what have we got next? Espresso Martini. I had one of those. Now, Guinness Martini. Okay, in this one we are actually going to be using Guinness. This is a great one, actually. I think it's one of my favourites, to be honest. Alright, going to be shaking this one. Alright, this, dark rum, vodka, creme de cacao, chocolate flavoured liqueur, Guinness, and it does have espresso in it as well. What do I need? Okay, 2 ounces of dark rum. Let's get started with this. Alright, in we go. So this is actually getting shaken, so we're putting it in the shaker. 2 ounces of dark rum, just using the Goslings there, it's pretty decent. Got some vodka here, still trying to get through it. Getting there, slowly but surely. 1 ounce of vodka, Smirnoff there. Creme de cacao, this is dark. So this does come, it will come clear as well, but I use the dark one in this just because of the colour of the drink it is itself. What was that? That was 2, 1, oh, so this is 1 ounce of this. Trying to refresh my memory there for a second. 1 ounce of espresso. I made this earlier and let it cool down. Basically, you know what? Dark, strong coffee. Something. You want it strong, concentrated, so you're not watering down your drink too much. That's it. And then Guinness. Again, straight from the tap, of course. Yeah, I wish I could get a fresh pint of Guinness just now, definitely. Alright, Guinness. 4 ounces. I'm actually still trying to work out if this is, I'll be honest, I'm still trying to work out, is this 1 drink? Or is it 2 drinks that this makes? You know what? Let's just say it's 1 generous one, okay? So we've got the Guinness there in there. Excellent. Ice again. There we go. Wine of ice. Let's give this a shake. Way on. Yeah, this would be a messy one if I got this one on. And there we go, we did get a leak coming out of that. It happens. It's a weird one, I don't know why. It did it the last time as well. There's something about that mixture, I think it's with the Guinness in it. It tends to foam and push out the, you're releasing the CO2 from the CO2 or the nitro from the Guinness there, and it's just forcing the drink out actually a little bit. Cocktail glass. Just happen to have one lying around, thankfully. That looks as though that size will do the trick. Okay, let's have a look at this puppy then, eh? I would say that should be... I'd say that's going to be 2 drinks there, definitely. So let's try one of these ones as well. That one's a little bit too big. There we go. 2 the same. So there, I think I just answered my question. It's either going to be one extremely large one or 2 medium-sized ones. So, clearly, I would say that's going to be 1 large one or 2 medium martinis. Definitely. Alright. This is a Guinness Martini. I will taste this one because somebody else will probably taste that one. Okay, let's go for this. Oh, flippin' heck. Oh, seriously, if you're going to do one, you got to do this one. What have we got? A lot of people got vodka, a lot of people dark rum, Guinness, a wee bit of coffee, creme de cacao. Get your hands on this. It's not expensive, usually, if you can get your hands on it. Alright, why do I like this? You like an Espresso Martini. Think of that just 100 times more flavourful, definitely. Because you got the Guinness itself, dark, you got, you know, roasted grains that are used in this. So you kind of got that coffee nut flavour anyway within the Guinness. And it's bitter, of course, but the bitterness is balanced out by the sweetness of something like the creme de cacao. Then you've got the coffee in there, which just kind of adds a bit of robustness to the Guinness. Sorry, nice words there. The rum, base spirit still comes through. Vodka, you're just kicking up a little bit extra because that's pretty neutral, so you're just giving it a little bit extra kick there. But oh, jeez. Yeah, this is one that you can drink all night, definitely. Sorry. If you get a headache from this one, I apologise big time. But this is a really, really good one. Why not? Oh, wow. Okay, that is a winner big time, definitely. They're all good, all good. I think that's one of my favourites though. Okay, alright. What are we going to do next then? So next we're going to be doing an Irish flag. You're either going to love this or hate this, so I'm sorry, whichever way you go. Why are we doing an Irish flag? Well, we've had a couple of appetizers, we've had a couple of main course. You know what, now I think it's time that we need to cleanse the palate just a little bit. A couple of shots, okay? We're going to try layering these drinks. We'll see how well we get on with this one. It can be a bit of a struggle sometimes. This one, creme de menthe, comes in green or clear. Guess which one we're using? Yeah, it's not the clear one. Baileys, or your favourite Irish cream, whatever you want to use. A little bit of Grand Marnier, or you could use Cointreau or something else. Something that's got a little bit of colour to it anyway, okay? But orange. Alright, so this one we're actually just going to eyeball completely. Creme de menthe, in we go. You got little shot glasses, that should do it. So creme de menthe first. There's the green. Okay. What does that smell like? Yeah, creme de menthe. Bit of toothpaste in there. Next, your Irish cream. This one we are going to be using Baileys. And this is where you have to try and float it on top here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put the spoon in and then gently pour in Bailey's. That should do it. It's a little bit too much in there, but we got it. Let's try here. Put it on the spoon and then let it go down the side a little bit. And then it just floats on the top, not too fast. There we go. It's a bit tricky. Not too bad so far. Alright, Grand Marnier, last one. On the top. Oh, it's sticky. Both hands for this. There we go. No dry cork problem with that one. Alright, and then the same with the Grand Marnier. Yeah, this is where essential tremors really come in really useful, don't they? Bit of a mess here, but we get there. There we go. That one wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. First one's better, I think, there. Alright. That, my friends, is the Irish flag. I got a little bit of green, got a little bit of white, got a little bit of orange in there. Yeah, that's not too bad actually. Alright, so there's two ways of drinking this, slowly or fast. Drink it slowly, you're going to get the orange, then the Baileys, then the creme de menthe. You drink it fast, you're going to get this mixture. Alright, St. Patrick's, so I did call it a shot, so let's do this one as a shot. I think these might be 3 ounce glasses actually, so get whichever ones that you've actually got, but we'll give this one a shot, okay? Wish me luck. That's not half bad actually. Oh, it's not going to be too strong. The orange comes in straight away. The Baileys gives you a little bit of the nice mouthfeel. And then with it all mixed in, the mint just cleans at the end actually. It's not too bad. It's not, it looks okay, and it may sound a little bit off-putting, but that's actually pretty damn good. You could slam a few of these, that's for sure. Again, apologies for that one. Let's move this little flag over to the side. I wonder how long that'll sit like that. I wonder if it'll give me a chance to actually take a picture of that one. We'll see. Might have to make another one for it. And then just drink that one. Okay, we are getting there. What do we need now? Alright, let's do dessert. And then we've got one more after that. The dessert, this one everybody knows, probably, we're going to do a grasshopper, okay? Let me get cleaned up here, and we'll start that. Okay, for the grasshopper we are going to use, it's creme de menthe and creme de cacao and a little bit of cream in it. This one, we're actually using a mixture of dark and light creme de cacao, these two here, and then the green and clear creme de menthe actually. If you've only got one of each, I'd use the clear of the creme de cacao and the green creme de menthe. That'll keep the colours nice and balanced there, because it's called the grasshopper, so you need the green in it anyway, okay? My head's going on this one, so where were we with this? Alright, 1 ounce of the clear creme de cacao. Let's get this in here. This one's actually going to get shaken. So 1 ounce of that. Oh, love that smell. Reminds me of the toffees that you get with the chocolate centre in them. That's what that really smells like. Got that. Then a ½ ounce of, it's a ½ ounce of the dark. There we go. Put that in there. So as I say, you don't need to put everything in this. You can just stick with the clears, and the green of this. ½ ounce of the green creme de menthe, then a quarter of clear, cork, and just a little splash of this one. There we go. And and then 2.5 ounces of heavy cream. I've already got that measured out. In we go there. And then we're going to add ice and give this a good shake. There we go. That is us. In we go. This will not leak because there's no extra gas in it to pop out. Let's shake. Now we will serve this in. Oh, there we go. Put it in a highball glass. You could put this in a wine glass, you could put it in anything. Got that chilled down. Let's get this poured out. Should be a nice head on it and a great colour. Come on. Keep going. It's taking its time. It's a little bit thicker. As I look at the top of this, it reminds me of a mint arrow actually. The bubbles in it. There's a lot of froth in it. Now what I'm going to do here is I would pour this, I would put extra ice into this, but what I'm going to do is there's a lot of great foam in this. I'm actually going to pour, even though it's strained out, I'm going to pour a little bit of that ice in there. Forgive me for doing that, anybody who thinks that's crazy. But you know what, there's a lot of good foam in that, good flavour. Let's get it out of there and get it into the glass. Alright, Grasshopper. Oh, extra bonus for the top of this one is brandy float actually. So what can we use for that? We can use brandy. We'll use cognac since... there we go. Got it. We'll use cognac anyway. And just a little bit of a little kick on the top there. Gives it a little bit of an extra boost. Kicks it up a notch. Alright, let's give this a shot. See, I've got a bit of a sweet tooth. Anything like this, I'm just going to love anyway. So, excuse me. That's good. You know what, I said that the top of it reminded me of like a Cadbury Zero. Guess what it tastes like? It actually just tastes like a Cadbury Zero. I'll be honest, I've never had a Grasshopper before, ever. It's my first one. And oh, I quite like this actually. Got a good kick to it with the brandy on it. That's delicious. Alright, that is your sweeter one. That's definitely the dessert. Okay, that's the meal. We're not quite done yet though. We need to just chill out a little bit. So last but not least is just something very simple, very wholesome. They call homely over here. I'm never quite sure if that's got a negative connotation or a positive connotation. But Irish coffee. So let's do an Irish coffee next, okay? So to wrap up the evening, as I said, Irish coffee. Can't get any better than that. Alright, 2 steaming hot mugs of coffee. Make sure you're using good, strong, dark coffee. Nothing that's like dishwater, okay? Just good coffee, alright? You want to keep something that, you know, gives you a nice, gives you a good sleep at night anyway. Of course the whiskey will counteract the caffeine. If you want, you can use decaf if you want. Here, Irish whiskey. In. I just realised I've done something in the wrong order. Let's flip that one back. Let's forget that I did that. Sugar, first of all. Teaspoon, or as sweet as you like into each. Brown sugar, okay? Brown sugar adds a nice, you know, sort of caramel, dark, you know, adds a nice caramel flavour to it. If you're just using white refined sugar, you don't really get that same kind of flavour out of it. It has to be brown sugar. Give this a little stir. Did I mention it has to be brown sugar? Okay, so certainly use brown sugar. We're almost dissolved there. I was using, so you can use Demerara, maybe light soft brown sugar, not dark soft brown. That would just be a little bit too much of a strong flavour. But certainly light brown. And I used, because I had it handy, turbinado. So you can do that. Or you know those little Demerara sachets that you get in the cafes and stuff like that. If you happen to be in one, maybe you can grab one from there while you're at it. Alright, we've got that dissolved enough. This is going to be the winner though. Alright, there. 2 ounces of whiskey into this one. Or one. Or none. If you want an alcohol-free one, but then don't know what the point would be then. Particularly with an Irish whiskey. The interesting thing is these, honestly, Irish whiskey goes really well with coffee and stuff like this. Alright, that's that. Cream. What I have here is heavy cream that's been whipped but still actually pourable, okay? So I'm just going to put this on top here. As lightly as possible so we don't get it mixing in too much. That looks as though it's doing the treat. Or doing the trick I should say, but it's going to be a treat. There we go. 1. Just floats nicely on top there. 2. There we go. So again, that was heavy cream, just whipped, so it's not actually even soft peaks. It's sitting a little bit higher than what I'd like there anyway, but there we go. Once it heats up, it will flatten out a little bit. There we go. Trying to make it look nice anyway. Okay. That one I think we'll keep and give to the person who's tasting in addition to myself. Okay. Irish coffee. You know what? No, I'll skip it. I'm going to keep it like this. I was thinking about maybe putting like chocolate on the top of it or something like that, but you know what? Let's just keep this one nice and simple tonight, okay? Cheers. If you don't have a cream moustache, you'll have one after that. It's just good strong coffee. That was fresh coffee there, it wasn't instant coffee. If you only got instant coffee, give it a shot. Still work for you one way or another. That was quite a kick of whiskey into it, you know, it's a couple of ounces in it. That's why I would technically call this one a cocktail, because there is quite a bit of booze, even although a lot might evaporate in the heavy with the heat. But you know what? You just can't beat this. You really can't, honestly. Oh. Anyway, that is it. Just a quick trip through Ireland, celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I hope you've actually enjoyed it. Please, if you want to, subscribe. Next week, another video coming out. Different cocktail, different place, same time, 1 week out. In the meantime, enjoy your St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy all your drinks. Enjoy your Irish coffee. And cheers. Sláinte.